Hello everybody, welcome back. I am TheChornick, and this is my Pokemon anime theory series. Yes, and in this episode, we are going to review Pokemon episode number 56. Goomy and Dedenne were basically the main focus of this episode. Specifically, Goomy. Now, this is kind of a follow-up from the previous episode, number 55, which Ash, met Goomy and caught this Goomy. But now we're learning more about Goomy and his past and more of his character in this episode, and we'll see more of his character down the road and, reveal more and more about his past. But for now, we could see that in this episode, he was basically getting over his fear of Dedenne, or say the fairy-type Pokemon. But yes, this grew the bond between Dedenne and Goomy in this episode, and Dedenne came to help Goomy, from saving him from Team Rocket. I believe it was twice, maybe, that he was protecting Goomy. And anyway, Goomy eventually, likes Dedenne afterwards, and they're all cool and all that, and Goomy no longer has this as an issue for him, but he still has the issue of fighting and battling, and being afraid to face opponents and to get hit by attacks and all that. So he is not really a battler at this point. But this also kind of brings up an interesting plot line for Goomy and his past. So we will learn more about his past. And Goomy, it looks like the writers are going to make him start off as this weak. He's the weakest dragon. I mean, the weakest dragon is a Goomy. So they were going to start him off with this and eventually get him to Goodra. Maybe, over time, he'll become really, really powerful. But they're going to make him start off looking really weak. But, he's going to have all that characterization, and we're going to love him in the end when he becomes an ultimate powerful Goodra. And I think this is a really good idea, and it can make us love Goomy even more and love this specific Pokemon even more once he gets to Goodra, through this whole journey that he had to go through in order to overcome his fears and, become this powerful, powerful Pokemon. But anyway, now to go back to the episode. So yeah, it was basically a Goomy-based episode, but there's a few other things that pretty caught my eye in this episode that I liked, and that was the fact that in the beginning, the gang was split up by Team Rocket's attack, and the Latoads and all those Pokemon in the water sprayed a bunch of attacks all over the place, and basically Serena and Bonnie and then Ash and Clement and a lot of the Pokemon got split up. But anyway, so Bonnie and Serena were alone together with both Pancham, Dedenne, and Goomy. And from this point, Meowth was with them too. First of all, I would like to bring up a point, why does Meowth always follow, why do the characters always trust Meowth? I mean, ever since the very beginning, they always agree to follow him, or he would always, follow them. Why? When he's a bad guy, and he just intruded your day, and now you're just gonna be friends with him for the time being. That stuff just doesn't make any sense to me. They should probably change something about that. But anyway, but yeah, Pancham finally got to fight again in this episode as well, and he got to show off all of his moveset, which was really nice to see. And Dedenne also fought as well in this episode, and Bonnie showed some sparks of being a Pokemon trainer, fighting with Dedenne. So, but is this kind of illegal for Bonnie to attack like that? I mean, I guess it was against thieves and to protect herself, I guess you could say. But would you consider it kind of illegal to fight Pokemon when you're under the age of 10 or something like that in the Pokemon world? But anyway, so she kind of was doing an illegal thing, but I guess it was to protect herself. So I guess it was right or something like that. But anyway, it's a Pokemon world though, so I don't think they're gonna arrest a little girl for fighting with Pokemon. But anyway, that's just little things that come up to my mind when I watch certain things like this. But anyway, yes, but Serena and Bonnie fought next to each other like sisters. It was really nice, and they fought off Team Rocket, and Serena got a chance to blow up Team Rocket with Pancham instead of Ash with his Pikachu. So I mean, so it was really nice that Serena got her own moment in this episode as well, and they all these characters pretty much got their own little moments. And then in the very end of this episode, they all like used their Pokemon and basically just attacked Team Rocket one at a time, with Pikachu finally finishing them off with Thunderbolt, like as usual. By the way, that is kind of getting boring. I think I've said that in the previous review. But I think they need to change it up. Like, Serena blasting Team Rocket off instead of Ash. But in the end, they still made Ash blast off Team Rocket. But anyway, at least they changed it up a little bit. I mean, in the middle of the episode, I guess you could say. But anyway, yes, so Team Rocket eventually found out that Goomy could evolve into this powerful Cyto-legendary Goodra, and so then they wanted to capture Goomy later in the episode. But then Ash came and saved Goomy after Dedenne tried to save it, but Dedenne got knocked down after a while, and Goomy and Dedenne were kind of helpless against Team Rocket. And then all of a sudden Ash showed up and it was all good. Ash saved the day, and then they blast off Team Rocket. But anyway, this was a really good episode. I love this episode. I might come back to watch it again sometime when maybe the dub actually comes for it. By the way, I don't know how long it's gonna be until that though. Until the dub finally releases some episodes, but until then, this episode was pretty darn good. Might come back to watch more when that comes, obviously. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I highly appreciate it. Please post your thoughts and ideas and all your other stuff down below in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and peace out! Thank you very much.